So it's time for another one of our world-famous preview reviews. We haven't seen Prometheus, but we're here to talk about it, and I'm very excited.
I think one of the best ways to start would be to talk about our favorite Alien movies. Mine was, of course, Alien 3. I'm just kidding. It's Alien. So, would you want to talk about your favorite Alien movie?
Well, my favorite is the more popular of the films, but not necessarily the more embraced among critics. And
Alien vs. Predator.
Oh, I do like Alien vs.
Predator Requiem.
I haven't seen that. It's actually Aliens. It's really great having a kick-ass female character, Ripley, and the fact that it's grounded emotionally in the sense that she is trying to mother the little girl throughout the film. So I really like Aliens.
I like that movie a lot, but I would, of course, have to go with Alien, the first picture. I think it's just perfectly paced. It's just a great horror film, and there's still a kick-ass female in Alien as well.
That's true.
There's been some debate about how much of a prequel this film is going to be. There aren't any of the same characters, and we've seen hints of the aliens, but we haven't actually seen, there's no alien getting billing in this movie.
Prometheus is being directed by Ridley Scott, who directed the original Alien picture. So this is the genre that really put him on the map. Alien and Blade Runner are his two most heralded pictures, and it's really exciting to see him come back to that genre. The rest of the franchise was directed by a series of very good directors, even if the movies didn't necessarily turn out to be that great. James Cameron followed up Alien with Aliens in 1986. We had David Fincher make his debut with Alien 3 in 1992, and then we finished up in the original series with Alien Resurrection in 97, directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet. And the producers are back. David Giler and Walter Hill, who worked on the first 4 Alien pictures, have come back to produce Prometheus.
While we're talking about predictions of what's going to be in Prometheus, one of the things I think most audiences are anticipating are aliens popping out of the stomachs of our characters up on screen.
In regards to the fans, I think at this point, this movie has to function in some realm as being a prequel. There has to be events that lead up to the first movie, otherwise everyone's just gonna think it was a big tease. We had the teaser trailer where we had the word Prometheus form across the screen in much the same way that the title for the first Alien picture formed. We have the derelict spacecraft that we're seeing. If you remember, in the first film, they traveled to this planet and they found what has been now termed the space jockey, which is the captain of this derelict spacecraft who apparently had an alien rupture from the inside of him. We should see that in this movie.
So in the trailer, there's an image that's somewhat reminiscent of the xenomorph in the Alien franchise. Dan O'Bannon worked with artist H.R. Giger, who designed our creature, and what Dan O'Bannon thought was most disturbing about our creature is that when the creature kills, something juts forth out of a large cavity. And Dan O'Bannon said that that makes male audiences very uncomfortable because it emulates oral rape.
Well, what about the writers of this picture? We don't have Dan O'Bannon, who wrote the first Alien picture. He passed away in 2009. So other people have to take up the mantle here.
Well, there's 2 credited writers on this movie. The first is John Spaihts, who had a movie, The Darkest Hour, that was produced with a co-American and Russian production a year ago. It wasn't widely released and it didn't get great reviews, but since 2007, he's sort of been the hot space writer in Hollywood. The other writer is Damon Lindelof, who's one of the primary people behind Lost.
Yeah, and Damon Lindelof was able to juggle his own mythology in Lost over, 6 seasons, so hopefully he can juggle the mythology here. The other thing that's exciting, I think, is the cast. The cast of the first Alien picture was perfect. Ridley Scott didn't use the thriller trope of the time. He cast older people, not teenagers who were getting hacked off one by one. And here, he seems to have been following that exact same idea. Our lead here is Noomi Rapace, who was in the Stieg Larsson adaptations in Sweden of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo trilogy, and she appeared last year in Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows.
Prometheus, are you seeing this?
So we have Michael Fassbender playing the android character in this film. And like those who came before him, Ian Holm and Lance Henriksen, we don't know whether Michael Fassbender's playing a villain or a hero.
I can carry out directives that my human counterparts might find distressing or unethical.
The first two Alien pictures flipped whether or not the android was actually bad or good. Ian Holm's Ash ended up being a villain. And in the second picture, Lance Henriksen's character of Bishop, you thought he was going to be bad, but he turned out to be good.
That's an interesting perspective because we also have Charlize Theron, who plays a member of the Weyland Corporation, which is often villainized in the first two films because they're the corporation that sends our spacecraft to capture the alien creature in the beginning. And so, you know, are we going to have a villain who's the android? Are we going to have a villain that's a corporate figure? Are we going to have two villains? What's going to be the situation there?
Corporations just can't catch a break.
No.
It's so sad to see them villainized time and time again. All they want to do is make money at the expense of the people who work for them.
Yes. Well, the Weyland-Yutani Corporation may have its origins in this picture as well. We have a character played by Guy Pearce named Peter Weyland.
We are now 3 months into the year of our Lord, 2023. At this moment in our civilization, we can create cybernetic individuals who, in just a few short years, will be completely indistinguishable from us. Which leads to an obvious conclusion. We are the gods now.
Okay, well, it does certainly sound like there's a lot to be excited about. Any final thoughts on Prometheus?
It looks like a very classy film from what we can tell. It looks very slow-paced, methodical, and thoughtful. So I look forward to that.
Robots, aliens, space travel, what's not to love? Even if it isn't a straight prequel to Alien, I'm still excited to see a movie cover the same sort of ground.
Well, anytime you go into making a prequel, you have the risk of shedding too much light on something. But still, if Ridley Scott's involved and it's a sci-fi movie, potentially a prequel to Alien, I'm going to be excited nevertheless.
You gotta be excited.
I am excited.
So, here's to Prometheus.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.